Please continue to look over our drivers, crews, and fans in attendance. Please continue to look over our public safety officers, including our law enforcement, EMS, fire, and healthcare officials. Please continue to look over our brave active duty military as they serve and protect us each day that we could be here tonight. In your heavenly name we pray, amen. And now please remain standing and direct your attention to the beautiful banner hanging above the Salem Speedway on the backstretch, the American flag, for the playing of our national anthem. Thank you very much, race fans, and welcome back to Salem Speedway, ready for a great night of action. My name is Will Greenwell in the booth for the CRA Street Stocks and the normal track announcer here at the High Banks at Salem Speedway. And for the first race of the night, I'm going to turn it over to the voice of the VORES Compact Touring Series powered by Mercer County Electric, Mr. Michael Brewer. Michael, welcome back. Great to have you guys back here at Salem Speedway.
Thanks a lot. We're happy to be back here. We just got concluded with qualifications here at the Salem Speedway for the second leg of the Kings of the High Banks presented by Jason Dietz Trailer Sales. And during qualifications, we had 3 drivers break the track record that was set back in 2019 from Austin Baum. And then we went to the redraw from Aaron Tapman, and he drew a 12. Highest number we could draw here tonight was a 13. So Aaron Tapman and the 9A will be coming deep from deep in the field here at Salem Speedway. We'd like to thank everybody for coming out here tonight and supporting this local home track here at Salem Speedway. I'm the voice of the VORES Compact Touring Series, Michael Brewer. I'll be alongside of you guys all night long here with the VORES Compact Touring Series as we get set to go the distance here at Salem Speedway. Getting a couple more things tidied up here around the racetrack here at Salem Speedway, and then we'll cut these drivers loose for the second leg of the Jason Dietz Trailer Sales Kings of the High Banks here at Salem Speedway. The Alt Henderson and Lewis 40. Last time we made a trip here to Salem Speedway, we saw Kyle Frame in victory lane. And that was his first ever victory with the VORES Compact Touring Series. So we'll see once again if the 39 of Kyle Frame can bring home the victory. Now calling Charlotte, North Carolina home. He used to reside in New Albany, Indiana. So just a little bit down the road there for Kyle. Then you got Aaron Tapman to his outside there in the 6th row. We'll go over the starting lineup as we're talking about it here, and we'll tidy up a few more things here up in the tower and down on the racing surface. Starting on the front row is going to be the 46 of Cody Griffith. To his outside, the 10 car of Jake Albright. Then the second row, the 25 of Sean Bauer. To his outside, the Riverside Rocket, the 27 of Bo Holscher. Then to the third row, it's going to be the 0 Outlaw of Tom Gosser and the 71 of Trent Gosser. Then to the 5th row, it's going to be Ron Sagers and downtown Justin Brown. Then we'll roll to the 6th row. That'll be where Nick Cooper and Kyle Frame will reside for the evening. Then the 7th row, Chris Jennings, David Yoder to his outside. Then the 8th row, the 110 of Austin Scott to his outside. The 93 of Tim Cassidy. Then to the 9th row, the 51 of Keith Watson to his outside. It'll be the 7-11 of Jason Baker. Then the 10th row, the 5 car of Brett Smith to his outside. The 107 of Jeff Four. Then the 11th row, the 69 of Jeff Striegel to his outside. The 59 of Don Bigelow. Then the 12th row will be the 44 of Bubba Kincaid, the 24T of Aaron Teagarden. Then the 13th row, the 18 of Axel Sullivan to the outside of him. That's J.R. Vester in the 31. Then the final 2 rows, it'll be the 85 of Phil Iliff and the 07 of Jeff Vore. Then the 15th and final row, the 56 of Sean Fredericks and the 89 of Dan Cassidy. That is your starting lineup for the Alton Henderson and Lewis 40 here at Salem Speedway for the Jason Dietz Trailer Sales Kings of the High Banks. A little bit more things to tidy up there on the outside of the racetrack, and then we'll get ready to roll these cars on the racing surface. So like I alluded to earlier, for Wagner and Auctioneering, pole qualifying 3 drivers broke that track record previously set by Austin Baum back in 2019. It was Nick Cooper, Kyle Frame, and your pole setter that took the pole here this evening at a 25.4. That was Aaron Tapman in the 9A. So 2 traveling series breaking the track record. Chuck Barnes Jr. broke the track record in the Midwest Modifieds. And Aaron Tapman broke the track record here in the VORES Compact Touring Series. Here we go, race fans, for your first feature of the night as the VORES Compact Touring Series rolls on to the high banks here at Salem Speedway. That beautiful Shepherd Friendly of Auto Group Chevy crew spaces this field around here at Salem Speedway. So we get set to go 40 laps the distance. The VORES Compact Touring Series also uses the choose rule on every restart, whether it be a complete restart at the start of the race or under caution flag. So the leader will take that caution cone there on the front straightaway. Get a few heat laps in with these cars, and then we'll get ready to set loose here at Salem Speedway for the second round. The Kings of the High Banks, presented by Jason Dietz Trailer Sales. Field's going to tighten up down the back straightaway here. Problems there with the 27 of Bull Holscher. He moves to the top side of the racetrack. Don't know what's going on with the 27 there. His Honda Prelude stopped at the top of the turn number 3. So hopefully he gets back rolling here, get back into his starting position. Looks like he'll back the car up a little bit, try to get a good run here. Looks like he'll get going off of turn number 3. I want to thank everybody watching from home on RacingAmerica.tv and Track TV. The official sponsor and streaming platform of the VORES Compact Touring Series. So Cody Griffith and Jake Albright will bring the field to green here. Then Sean Bauer and Bo Holscher. Don't know if Bo Holscher will make it back up to that 4th starting position there, and he does so as he falls in line off of turn 4. 32 cars took time here this afternoon with the VORES Compact Touring Series and Wagner and Auctioneering qualifications. Ladies and gentlemen, as they make their way off of turns number 4, I want everybody in the grandstands to get up on their feet. Get out your flashlight and we'll wave these drivers off for 40 laps the distance here in the second leg of the Kings of the High Banks, presented by Jason Eads Trailer Sales here at Salem Speedway. Race fans, you are in for a treat here this evening. Last time out with the VORES Compact Touring Series, we went 50 laps the distance, green to checkered at Anderson Speedway. See if we can do it again here tonight for 40 laps around the high banks of Salem Speedway. As they come off of turn number 3 and 4, under the caution flag for the final time as chief starter Kenny Marcus will give them the 1 to go. Cody Griffith, Jake Albright, Sean Bauer, Bo Holscher will bring them to the green. Getting into racing gear down the back straightaway as the Shepherd Family Auto Group Chevy Cruze pulls to the inside of the racetrack and on to PNC Bank Pit Road. Through turns number 3 and 4 to the restart zone we come. The green flag is up and the green flag is out, and we are racing here at Salem Speedway. Jake Albright out to a good, comfortable lead, and Bo Holscher to the top side now. And looking for the lead down the back straightaway. Tucks back in line in behind Jake Albright. Here comes the Sheriff of Trent Gosser into third. Ron Sagers trying to pick up that 5th position off of 4. Four-car breakaway at the front of this field as Bo Holscher now looks to the inside of Jake Albright down the back straightaway. Battle for first, 4th, and 5th. Albright with that preferred lane around the top side. Bo Holscher tucks back in line. Here comes Trent Gosser now, peeks his nose to the outside and tucks back in line in 1. Trying to make that bottom side work is that Honda Prelude with Ron Sagers down the back straightaway for 3rd position. Sagers now to the bottom side of Trent Gosser in 3 and 4, trying to slide job, thinks better of it, and stays beside him off of 4. Still a 6-7 car breakaway up in the front of this field as your top 10 is breaking away from the field as they have lap cars ahead of them as Sean Fredericks and Phil Iliff. Side by side for 3rd position is Ron Sagers and Trent Gosser as they work their way down the front straightaway. 36 laps to go here at Salem. Sagers trying to find a hole down the back straightaway. He gets it and takes the 3rd position from the Sheriff, Trent Gosser. Sagers now sets his sights on the Riverside Rocket of Bo Holscher off of 4, peeks to the bottom side off of 4, and he's down to the quarter panel of Holscher in 1 and 2. Ron Sagers now to the door of Bo Holscher off the 2nd turn, and they get together on the back straightaway. Holscher into the inside wall. Sagers into the inside wall is when the caution flag comes out. The Ag Pro 1 caution comes out here at Salem Speedway for the first time with 35 laps to go at the 40 lap distance. Sagers pulls away. It looks like no problems with his car, at least on the left-hand side of it. Looks like the 27 of Holscher will get attention to his crew on the back stretch with a hook. Ron Sagers now to the attention of his crew on the PNC Bank Pit Row. We'll look at a replay here on Racing America as Ron Sagers and Bo Holscher were battling hard. It looks like Sagers and Holscher got together and hard contact to that inside retaining wall as Bo Holscher down the back straightaway. Here's a slow motion view of it. Looks like they got together And sliding down the racing surface they go, and hard into the inside retaining wall is Bull Holscher. So tough break for the 27 of Bull Holscher as he got turned around down the back straightaway. The Ag Pro 1 insurance caution flag out here for the first time tonight. Here in the second leg of the Kings of the High Banks as Bull Holscher gets out of his race car. Give him a round of applause as he's A-OK and out of that race car on the back stretch here at Salem Speedway. So your top 10 as they run right now. Your top 10 as they run right now is Jake Albright, Ron Sagers, Trent Gosser, Sean Bowers. We'll get another look here at the instant replay on Racing America and Track TV. Slow motion view here as Ron Sagers and Bull Holscher get together down the back straightaway. And all of a sudden, they get collected off of turns 2. Here it is at real speed. Trying to avoid everything, but Holscher hits that barrier down there on the back straightaway, and his night is done. So on the hook is the 27 of Bull Holscher. Tough break out there for him. As you see here on Racing America, if you're watching from home, the damage of the 27 car, Bull Holscher there to the right side of his car. Right front tire just dangling there on the back of the hook. So tough break there for the Riverside, Ohio driver, Bull Holscher, as his night is done here early with 5 laps complete and 35 yet still to go. Don't forget that the VORES Compact Touring Series merchandise trailer is open behind the main grandstands here. You'll get all of your VORES Compact Touring Series swag from all the sweatshirts, t-shirts, hats, koozies, and even got the Kings of the High Banks t-shirts back there as well, so don't forget to go check that out. Here at behind the main grandstands, the VORES Compact Touring Series merchandise trailer. Couple sponsors we'd like to thank here while we got a little break in the action. Like to thank Gosser's Towing, Economy Auto Parts for their Hard Charger Award, Jason Dietz Trailer Sales for sponsoring not only the Kings of the High Banks but our Victory Lane banner as well. So thanks a lot to Jason Dietz Trailer Sales there. So we have 5 laps in the books here at Salem Speedway. And still 35 laps to go. Good racing action up at the front of the field thus far. We'll go 2 laps and choose this time. And it looks like Jake Albright will choose the top side of the racetrack. And for the cause of that caution, tough break for the 29 car of Ron Sagers. He tapped out there, and he goes to the rear of the field for causing that caution. So another car to watch there, the 29. So he starts from the rear of this field to try to make his way back up. He's got a long way to go, but plenty of time to do it here at Salem Speedway. Coming back to the white flag here. We'll get back under racing conditions. Cause of the caution, that Ag Pro 1 insurance caution flag flew for the first time here tonight for Ron Sagers and Bull Holscher to the back straightaway. So 1 to go that time at the line. And Jake Albright, Trent Gosser, Sean Bauer, and Tom Gosser will bring them back to the green as they get into racing gear down the back straightaway. 5 laps to complete here at Salem. 35 laps still to go. Through turns number 3 and 4 to the restart zone we come. Trent Gosser, Jake Albright, Sean Bauer, and Tom Gosser. We're green flag racing here at Salem. Side by side through the center of turns number 1 and 2. Now Albright pulls the lead off of 2. Here comes Sean Bauer in the 25 to second. Here comes third fast qualifier Nick Cooper to the top side of Trent Gosser off of 4. Bauer now looks to the bottom side of Jake Albright off of turn number 2. Thinks better of it and he tucks back in line. Here comes Cooper looking up to the top side of Bauer in 3 and 4. Cooper and Bauer side by side, bringing Justin Brown with him into 1. Contact into turns number 1 and 2, and Bauer sideways. Jake Albright out into the lead with 33 laps to go, 7 complete. Here in the second leg of the Kings of the High Banks at Salem Speedway. These cars are bouncing all over the racetrack, ducking and weaving. We got another good battle on the racing surface now as Cody Griffith, Trent Gosser, and Kyle Frame in a battle here for the back half of the top 10. Now Justin Brown looks to the bottom side of Nick Cooper in 1 and 2 for second. Justin Brown now to the bottom side of Nick Cooper as they work their way down the back straightaway. Trying to set his sights on the 10 of Albright off of 4. Still side by side off of 4 is Cooper and Brown. Now they work their way around the lap car of Phil Isla, 3 wide for a second for a moment, and they make it through. Good battle for second position now on the racetrack and for the lead as Nick Cooper and Justin Brown trying to track down Jake Albright. Justin Brown now tries to clear himself down the back straightaway. Here comes Charlotte, North Carolina driver Kyle Frame now to the bottom side of Bauer. Move him up into the 4th position. Still side by side for a second as Bauer has problems on the front straightaway. That car a miss. Bauer now to the bottom side of the racetrack trying to make it back to the PNC Bank pit row. As here we go for the lead down into turns number 3 and 4. Justin Brown to the rear quarter panel. Jake Albright off of 4. 4-car battle here for the lead at Salem Speedway and the Kings of the High Banks. Justin Brown moves to the top spot off of turn number 2. Here comes Charlotte, North Carolina driver Kyle Frame in the second. Albright dropping like a rock just like that from 1st to 3rd in 1 lap. Here comes Kyle Frame, last time here at Salem Speedway a few years ago, went to victory lane. He's trying to go 2 for 2 here at Salem Speedway. Heavy lap traffic up ahead and caution is on the racing surface. The Ag Pro 1 caution sees itself once again as the battle for the lead was just about to heat up in between Frame and Brown. Don't see any cars around here on the racetrack. Must be some debris. So we'll see where the safety crew goes here on the racetrack, but do not see anything just quite yet. So the battle for the lead was just about to heat up with 14 in and 26 laps to go. What a battle we have on our hands now, race fans, as Justin Brown and Kyle Frame up into the top 2 positions. They will put on a show here as one of the track crew guys got a piece of metal, looks like a Bolt off of the racetrack there. That was the cause for the second Ag Pro 1 caution flag here. The Kings of the High Banks presented by Jason Deeds Trailer Sales at the Salem Speedway. So all the way from the rear of the field, Ron Sagers, after that first caution, makes his way all the way up to 13th position. This caution flag might have benefited him just a little bit. Get those tires cooled back down and trying to make another run back at the top 10, just a few spots away from that. As Kyle Frame, Justin Brown, Jake Albright, and Nick Cooper, that battle up front was heating up in a hurry. There should be just a little quickie caution here as we had debris on the front straightaway. From the bolt there just past the start-finish line. So 2 to go and double up here at the line. We'll see what Kyle Frame does. He goes to the bottom side of the racetrack. Not really the preferred line here around Salem Speedway. But maybe Kyle Frame, as many laps as he has around this track, knows something that Justin Brown does not. Nick Cooper follows in behind him. Jake Albright up to the top side as well. Fast qualifier, Aaron Tapman all the way up into the 8th position. So we'll get the white flag here. They'll cut them back loose. 14 laps down, 26 laps to go. Race fans, what do you think about the VORES Compact Touring Series so far? Making the return back to Salem Speedway. Let me hear you. Get the white flag from Chief Starter Kenny Marcus. Kyle Frame and Justin Brown will get into racing gear down the back straightaway and bring them back to the restart zone for the Ag Pro 1 green flag. Brown, no stranger to victory lane here on the high banks. He's been to victory lane at Winchester Speedway multiple times. Trying to capitalize here after his heartbreak at Anderson Speedway. Working their way off of turn number 4. Looking for the green flag from Chief Starter Kenny Marcus. Green flag is up and green flag is back out. The Ag Pro 1 green flag is back out here at Salem. Kyle Frame sideways in turns number 1 and 2. Collects it. It's still in the second spot down the back straightaway. Trying to split him down the back straightaway is Cooper and Albright. Cooper thinks better of it and tucks back in line. Here comes Justin Brown to the lead as he'll lead number lap 15. 25 to go. Jake Albright still to the bottom side, or to the top side of Cooper. Cody Griffith and Aaron Tapman, your fast qualifier, trying to crack into the top 5. Here comes Kyle Frame to lead as Justin Brown has problems down the front straightaway. Kyle Frame went around Justin Brown like he was sitting still, and Kyle was shot out of the rocket like off of turn 4. Kyle Frame stretches his lead out to good 5-6 car lengths now over Justin Brown. He will come to complete lap number 17, and it'll be 23 laps to go. Here comes the 29 of Ron Sagers. He'll put his name back into the hat. As the slow car, Justin Brown is on the top side. Kyle Frame does not want to see a caution now as he sets sail once again here at Salem Speedway. His Honda Civic is on a rail here tonight, previously breaking the track record with one of those 3 drivers, Nick Cooper, trying to track him down in second. Here comes fast qualifier Aaron Tapman. As he throws his car into turns number 3 and 4 to try and pick up the 3rd spot from Jake Albright. The best battle on the racing surface is on Racing America right now. Is Albright and Tapman work side by side down the back straightaway. Preferred line around here. Now they're together. Everybody's in the wall. Almost getting upside down is Aaron Tapman. And Tom Gosser. Big crash down in turns number 3 and 4. Everything happened so fast and in a hurry, I couldn't even call it. So tough break for the 29 car of Ron Sagers. He pulls to the inside. The 6 car of Chris Jennings pulls to the inside of the racing surface. Trent Gosser and Tom Gosser down on the bottom side of the racetrack in 3 and 4. Cars all tore up down here in Salem Speedway turns 3 and 4. Wow, that happened in a hurry. 19 laps in, 21 laps to go as the Ag Pro 1 caution comes back out one more time here. See if all the drivers will get out of the race car. Looks like Tom Gosser's moving around in his Honda hatchback over there. He'll climb out of his race car. He looks to be A-OK. As they're checking on the 71 there in the bottom side of turns number 3 and 4. He took a hefty hit from his brother Tom. Right there in the driver's door, climbed up on top of him. Cody Griffiths out of his Toyota Celica GT now. Still talking with track safety crew is the 71 of Trent Gosser. Looks like the window net's down and he's climbing out of his race car. Looks like everybody is A-OK from that wreck over in turns number 3 and 4. Everybody give them a round of applause here at Salem Speedway. We'll put on one heck of a show for you guys. We'll look at an instant replay on Racing in America. Looks like Aaron Tapman blew something on the right side of his car, and everybody just along for the ride there. Austin Scott also involved. Jake Albright. There's a slow-mo of it into 3 and 4. Cody Griffith nowhere to go. Tom Gosser almost upside down over top of his brother's left front tire. Austin Scott trying to move out of the way, but got collected as well. Wow, everything just happens in a hurry here at Salem Speedway. 4, 5, 6 cars all in this wreck here. Chris Jennings was also in the wreck. Tim Cassidy in a 93 car. A lot of cars tore up here at Salem Speedway. So glad everybody is A-OK there. Everybody climbed out of the race car, either is back into the pits or getting on the hook here. So the Ag Pro 1 insurance caution flag rears its head once again here with 19 laps complete, just shy of halfway here in the Kings of the High Banks second leg at the Salem Speedway. See Cody Griffith walking back to the pits there as his car's pulled away. Trent and Tom Gosser down at the bottom side of the racetrack there. It looks like they're going to go over and chat with one another. Two brothers checking to make for sure they're okay. It looks like Tom giving him some hand signals of what could have happened there. So tough break for the Gosser brothers, the Outlaw and the Sheriff out of this race. Just shy of halfway. We'll run through the top 5 here of Kyle Frame up into the lead. Nick Cooper, Jake Albright, David Yoder now into the 4th position. So David Yoder missing that wreck there just barely. I saw him out of the shot of that replay. So Yoder moves himself up into the 4th position after starting deep into this field off of the 7th row. Looks like people are trying to do work down there in the pits to try to get some of these cars back out on the racing surface. Looks like the right side of the 29 car, Ron Sagers here from the tower, is jacked up. So they're trying to see what's going on with him. Tim Cassidy down there. Looks like he's out of his race car and he's calling it a night. So we got Trent Gosser and Tom Gosser still on the racetrack here at the bottom side of turns number 3 and 4. Couple of contingency sponsors we'd like to thank while we got a little break in the action here. Mercer County Electric for the title sponsor of the VORES Compact Touring Series. Romer's Catering for sponsoring every practice session here with the VORES Compact Touring Series. Wagner Real Estate and Auctioneering out of Farmland, Indiana. D&J Sales for sponsoring our B Main and our B4 Mini Series. Jason Dietz Trailer Sales for sponsoring the Kings of the High Banks and our Victory Lane sponsor banner. Ag Pro One for sponsoring our green flag and yellow flag, as we're under the Ag Pro One insurance yellow flag right now. The Economy Auto Parts Hard Charger Award. The Gossers High Five Award. Whoever finishes in the 5th position gets that award. David Yoder Construction. Whoever finishes in the 9th position gets that cash award. Eaton's Tuning Popping VTEC. The highest finishing Honda. And Bubba's About Broke podcast. The Hard Charger Award. Sakara Hair Salon out of Farmersville, Ohio for the Bad Hair Day Award. I think we might have new contenders for that Bad Hair Day Award as we got all them cars cleaned up off of turns number 3 and 4. A little bit of speedy dry going down there on the bottom side of 3 and 4. So tough break for all of those drivers. Cody Griffith, Ron Sagers, Aaron Tapman, Tim Cassidy, Trent and Tom Gosser on the hooks there. And that will end their night here at Salem Speedway. So that turns over the race to Kyle Frame, Nick Cooper, Jake Albright, and Chris Jennings and David Yoder. Yoder in the top 5. Looks like the 29 car of Ron Sagers is done. His night is done here at Salem Speedway. Had a good, fast car, made it all the way back up to the 8th position. Was looking to crack the top 5 before that. Caution came out and collected him up there in turns number 3 and 4, so tough break out there for him. Choose and 2 to go here at the line as Kyle Frame chooses the top side of the racetrack, and Nick Cooper will pull to the bottom side of him. Just shy of halfway here. The Kings of the High Banks, 2nd leg at the Salem Speedway. So 1 to go here at the line, and we'll go back under green flag racing. Nap Supply, Chevy Cruze pulls off of the racing surface into turns number 1 and 2. Get back racing here momentarily. Kyle Frame, Nick Cooper, Jake Albright, and now Chris Jennings will pull to the 4th position as they come back down the back straightaway, getting into racing gear. 19 laps complete, still 20 to go this time by. Green flag is up from Chief Starter Kenny Marcus, and we're back green flag racing. Kyle Frame shoots out like a rocket, and he's through turns number 1 and 2, and back to the lead over Nick Cooper. Frame and Cooper, 1st and 2nd, then Albright in the 3rd position. Chris Jennings 4th. Halfway this time by, 20 and 20 to go. Kyle Frame, Jake Albright, Nick Cooper, all up in the front of this field. 3-car breakaway. Now Jason Baker moves up into the 5th position over David Yoder. So good run here for the 7-Eleven of Jason Baker. As Keith Watson and Brett Smith battle side by side into turns number 1 and 2. Jeff Vore and Bubba Kincaid contact down the back straightaway. Kincaid all kinds of sideways and into the inside wall. Kincaid, caution flag is out. The Ag Pro 1 caution once again. Back out here for Bubba Kincaid as he makes contact with the inside wall. off of turns number 2. Him and Jeff Ford collected each other off of turns number 2. And Kincaid's night is done as that left front tire is tucked up underneath that fender. Here's an instant replay. They're battling side by side off of turns number 2. Pushes up the racetrack is Kincaid, and he's just along for the ride after that. Try to collect it off of turns number 2. Sideways once, twice, and slaps the wall right there past the Salem Speedway sign. VORES sideways, and then Kincaid just along for the ride after that and breaks the right front or left front suspension. So his night is done. Helmet's off and window net's down, so he's A-okay. So just past halfway there, 20 in, 19 to go here at Salem Speedway. So we get the 44 car of Bubba Kincaid on the hook on the back straightaway. Series officials checking to see if he was A-okay there. It looks like he is. As Kincaid rolls away there on the back of the hook on the back stretch. Once again, everybody from the VORES Compact Touring Series would like to thank each and every one of you from the Salem Speedway for having us out here tonight. You race fans showed up and showed out here, and we appreciate all the support for our series coming back here to Salem and all the other supporting divisions here tonight at the Kings of the High Banks at the Salem Speedway. Choose and double up here at the line. Looks like Nick Cooper is going to take the bottom side of the racetrack once again. Kyle Frame will stick to that preferred lane around the Salem Speedway. Up at the top side, Jake Albright looks to pull behind him. Chris Jennings behind Cooper. David Yoder now will pull behind Chris Jennings to see if he can get a better restart here and move himself back into the top 5. So 1 to go here at the line from Chief Starter Kenny Marcus. And we'll go back under the Ag Pro 1 green flag with 19 laps to go, 21 complete. Through turns number 1 and 2. Into racing gear off of turns number 2. We'll look back to the green flag through turns number 3 and 4. Cooper and Frame come. To the restart zone they go. They'll look for the green flag, and the green flag is back out. The Ag Pro 1 green flag is back out, and Kyle Frame shoots off like a rocket. Once again, Kyle Frame pulls to the lead. Nick Cooper in second. Jake Albright in third. Now Jeff Striegel moves to the top side of Justin Brown. Thinks better of it, and he tucks back in line. Jake Albright trying to find some speed here at the latter half of this race. Now Justin Brown finding some speed. He's to the bottom side of Yoder down the back straightaway. Here comes Justin Brown with a late race resurgence. As he moves now to the bottom side of Chris Jennings off of 4. Thinks better of it, and he's back to the bottom side of Chris Jennings off of turn number 2. Looking to set his sights on the 7-11 with Jason Baker off of the back straightaway. Kyle Frame still up in the front of this field. Nick Cooper second, Jake Albright third, Jason Baker fourth, and rounding out your top 5 is Justin Brown. Split screen here on Racing America. Kyle Frame out to a good, comfortable lead over Nick Cooper over a second. Now Brown looks to the bottom side of Baker in turns number 3 and 4. Looking for the 4th position is Brown off of 4. Side by side down the front straightaway. This is the best battle on the racetrack right now. Brown takes that 4th position. Here it comes, Justin Brown with a late race resurgence into the top 4. The 33 of Bogstown, Indiana, Justin Brown. He has enough time to get there with 14 laps to go. Now David Yoder off the pace off of turns number 4. Something amiss in the 95 car. Yoder picks back up to speed down the back straightaway. Looks like he's still good to go. Still green flag here. Kyle Frame out to a good, comfortable lead. Now over to second and a half over second place driver Nick Cooper. Kyle Frame, Nick Cooper, Jake Albright, now Justin Brown. Here comes Chris Jennings looking to mount a charge to crack into the top 5 in 3 and 4. Jason Baker and Chris Jennings now battling for that 5th position. Best battle on the racetrack is brewing off of turns number 2. Jason Baker, Chris Jennings. Next time by the 39 of Kyle Frame. We'll see the 10 to go from Chief Starter Kenny Marcus. Still best battle on the racetrack right now is Jason Baker and Chris Jennings. Kyle Frame works his way off of turns number 4. He'll see the 10 laps to go here at the stripe. Still best battle on the racetrack is Baker and Jennings as they're trying to track down Justin Brown. Kyle Frame works his way off at 3 and 4, still out to a good, comfortable lead. 2.4 seconds over Nick Cooper. Best battle still on the racetrack is Jennings and Baker. Here's another split screen shot from Racing America and Track TV. Oh, Kyle Frame in the wall off of 4. Kyle got too high off of turns number 4. His toes knocked out. So tough break for the 39. He's trying to hang on, and he goes into the wall in 1 and 2. Your leader, Kyle Frame, wrecks in turns number 1 and 2, and the Ag Pro 1 caution is back out here at Salem. So trying just a little bit too hard there was the Charlotte, North Carolina driver, the 39 of Kyle Frame. He got all kinds of sideways in 3 and 4, scuffed the wall, and got his Salem stripe and ended up in the wall in turns number 1 and 2. Winder net is down. Kyle Frame looks like to climb out of his race car. Tough break for him. He's A-OK. We'll see a replay here on Racing America. Kyle Frame gets all kinds of sideways. Looks like the car bottoms out there, and it just shifts him up the racetrack. Toe was all knocked out down the front straightaway. Something broke in the rear end, looks like. He tries to send it back down into 1 and 2, and it just didn't stick. Around he went and up into the outside retaining wall. It looks like the right rear trailing arm was broke on his car. So tough break out there for the 39 of Kyle Frame. So he works his way on the replay here, and it looks like that right rear tire was tucked up underneath that car as he went down in there and just looped it around and wrecked once again. So tough break out there for the 39 car of Kyle Frame. He had a good 2.4 second lead over Nick Cooper. Now that puts the race into Cooper's hands with 9 laps to go, 31 laps complete. So the Ag Pro 1 caution is out once again here for the Kings of the High Banks second leg here at the Salem Speedway. Now this kind of puts the race back into Justin Brown's hand as he had a late race surgence there. A little bit of miss of his car into the first half of this race. It looks like he's got it figured out and moves into the 4th position, so don't count out the 33 car of Justin Brown as he works his way into the 4th position. So as I got the car there of Kyle Frame on the hook, there's Justin Brown here live on Racing America. A little bit of miss of his car there. Me and Justin talked in the pits earlier today. He came here to Salem today to redeem himself from his heartbreak at Anderson Speedway, leading the race going into turns number 1 and 2 on the white flag lap. Blew a tire going into 1 and 2, and his race was done. And he turned it over to the Zero Outlaw of Tom Gosser. Now he comes to Salem for redemption. We've got 9 laps to go, 31 laps complete, and now he moves back into striking distance, into the 3rd position. There's Kyle Frame's race car. That Honda Civic is all tore up. He'll make the long trip back to Charlotte, North Carolina with heartbreak once again. So tough break there for the Charlotte, North Carolina driver of Kyle Frame as you look at the right side of his car here. All tires are up, but it looked like once he went down into turns number 1 and 2, that right rear was broke and tucked up underneath that car, which sent him around into the outside retaining wall in turns number 1 and 2. So here we go. We'll re-rack them and restack them here. 1 lap to go here. Double up. Doubled up that time there at the line. Now Nick Cooper will see somebody new to the bottom side of him. That's Bogstown, Indiana driver Justin Brown, like I just talked about a few minutes ago. Here for redemption. Justin Brown, Nick Cooper, Jake Albright, Jason Baker now in 4th. Looking for the green flag as they tag each other off at turns number 4. Green flag is up and green flag is back out. Justin Brown now tries to, they're hard into the wall in turns 1 and 2. Nick Cooper and Justin Brown collect each other in turns number 1 and 2. And the Ag Pro 1 insurance caution flag is back out. The window net is down on Bogstown, Indiana driver Justin Brown in turns number 1 and 2. It looks like he is A-OK, but a very, very hard lick from the 444 and the 33 of Justin Brown. We'll see a replay here as they look to get together in turns number 1 and 2. Cooper looks to turn Justin Brown in turns 1 and 2. Not trying to make any assumptions, but that's just what it looked like here on the replay. The 444 of Nick Cooper and Justin Brown. Here's a slow-mo here. Collect the rear tire of Justin Brown, and off they went into the outside retaining wall. Hard lick for that 33 car. So it looks like Justin Brown is A-OK and out of his Honda Prelude in turns number 1 and 2. Probably a little bit shooken up, and we'll feel that tomorrow as him and Nick Cooper got together going into turns number 1. See if we can get another replay here on Racing America, and we'll go back over it. Here's another replay, another look. Down into turns number 1 and 2. Nick Cooper go. Cooper just turns to the right, and along for the ride is Justin Brown. So tough break there for Justin Brown and Nick Cooper. Cooper will probably go to the tail after this one. Hard impact into that driver's side door of Justin Brown. David Yoder just barely getting by that wreck there. As he moves to the bottom side to get around Justin Brown. So at this time, the VORES Welding and Steel bike giveaway for the boys here. Here's your ticket number presented by VORES Welding and Steel for that bike for the boys. It's 408004. Once again, 408004. Come to the tower to collect your prize. And we'll also give away the girls' bike as well, presented by VORES Welding and Steel. Girls, get your tickets out. The ticket number is 703006. 703006. Come to the tower to collect your prize. Presented by VORES Welding and Steel. Thanks a lot, Steve Vore, for giving away those 2 bikes for the boys and the girls here tonight. The Kings of the High Banks, the second leg of the Kings of the High Banks here at the Salem Speedway. There's the 33 car of Justin Brown. If you're watching live on Racing America, Track TV, all tore up the driver's side of that car. Left front tire just dangling there on the back of that wrecker. So tough break for the 33 car of Justin Brown. Still 9 laps to go, 31 here complete. Now we get a good look there as he came past the retaining wall. Tire just hanging on there for dear life as the wrecker makes the hard left turn into the PNC Bank pit road. Once again, race fans, we'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming out here to the Salem Speedway for the second leg of the Kings of the High Banks with the Midwest Modifieds, CRA Street Stocks, and the VORES Welding and Steel front-wheel drives. If you can't catch us here at the racetrack, you can catch us live on Racing America, the official streaming platform of the VORES Compact Touring Series all season long for 2024.
Once again, race fans, while we got a break in the action, we're going to do the VORES Welding and Steel Kids giveaway. Once again, ticket number 408004. If you have that child's ticket, and ticket number for the girls giveaway, that's going to be the 703006. Once again, 2 white tickets on your kid's ticket stub. Ticket number 408004 for the VORES Welding and Steel boy giveaway, and 703006 for the VORES Welding and Steel Kids giveaway girls bike. If you have those tickets, bring it to me in the press box. Thank you.
So it looked like during that caution flag period, the 95 of David Yoder pulled off the racetrack. Tough break out there for the one half of the Amish Mafia. David Yoder looks like he's coming back on the racetrack. I take that back. Looks like Cody Griffith in the 46 is coming back out to collect some more points for this Kings of the High Banks mini-series. So 1 to go and double up here at the line from Chief starter Kenny Marcus. Jake Albright now will take the lead. Jake the Turtle Albright from New Philadelphia, Ohio will take the lead. And Jason Baker in the 7-11 trying to survive this race will pull to the inside of him. Jeff Striegel with his best run with the series now pulls into the 4th position. So good job for Chris Jennings and Jeff Striegel as we get the NEP Supply Chevy Cruze to the bottom side of the racetrack. They'll look for the green flag off of turns number 3 and 4. We're green flag racing here at Salem once again. The Ag Pro 1 green flag back out. Jason Baker and Jake Albright battle side by side off of turns number 1 and 2 for the lead here at Salem. Jason Baker driving the race of his life right now next to Jake Albright from New Philadelphia, Ohio. They're still side by side for the lead as 8 laps to go. Leaning on one another down into turns number 1 and 2 is Baker and Albright. Albright trying to not give an inch to Baker down the back straightaway, still side by side in 3 and 4. Chevy versus Nissan here off of turns number 3 and 4 for the lead here at Salem in the second leg of the King of the High Banks. Still rubbing side by side, giving themselves some room down the back straightaway. Give it to Jake Albright by a fender. We got a race on our hand. Jake Albright, Jason Baker now sideways collects it off of 3 and 4. Slide back up it and side by side now Chris Jennings. Chris Jennings now into the 2nd position. The D&J Sales Fireball sponsored Honda Civic looking to get into the 2nd position. Here comes Jeff Striegel in the 3rd. Nick Cooper now back into the race here, pulling up into 5th. Something broke on the 7-11 car as he works his way off of 4. 5 laps to go that time from Chief starter Kenny Marcus. Jake Albright trying to close the deal here. Jeff Striegel in 3rd. Nick Cooper tracking him down in a hurry from the tail. Nick Cooper, Keith Watson go to the top side of Striegel. Jason Baker pulls off of the racing surface and gets out of harm's way. Coming to 3 laps to go is Jake the Turtle Albright. Albright tested here earlier in the spring, said he might have something for him here when we come back. And he's proven it here right now. Jake Albright will see the popsicle sticks in the air from Chief starter Kenny Marcus. The ice cream man is in town. Albright works his way off of turns 1 and 2. Nick Cooper now getting to the backside of Chris Jennings down the back straightaway. But it's all Jake Albright up in the front of the field. Cooper down to the bottom side of the racing surface. He'll take 2nd back away from Chris Jennings. Nick Cooper running out of laps and running out of time. Jake Albright to the backstretch for the final time here at Salem Speedway. Off of turns number 3 and 4. New Philadelphia, Ohio driver Jake Albright will take the win here in the 2nd leg of the King of the High Banks.
Check, check. You're good. Once again, Michael Brewer going to make his way trackside with the interview. Race fans, another kid's ticket, 408029, 408029. If you have that ticket, please bring it to the press box, 408029. Once again, child's ticket, 408029. Bring that to the press box, and Mr. Michael Brewer is going to have your top 3 down track shot in Red Ball and Recycling, Victory Lane.
Jake Albright, you had mayhem all in front of you here tonight. You survived the race to pick up this second leg of the Kings of the High Banks. Who all got you here today? We talked early at the pits. You're out for redemption, and now we're standing here in Jason D's Trailer Sales Victory Lane.
Yeah, honestly, the first practice, we put it in a wall. I hit the bump down here in one and just drove it a little too deep, and it washed up. So me and my father-in-law, we just trashed on the car all day, trying to get the suspension softened up and fixing the inner tie rod. We didn't have a spare one, so we took a jack stand with a breaker bar, and we just straightened her out best we could. I got on the phone with Adam Kozowski. He's up in Michigan. He's my setup guy. Honestly, he was supposed to be here today. He couldn't make it. He was feeling pretty underneath. And then my wife and my kids back at home, they couldn't make it today, but they're my number one supporters for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 10 car out of New Philadelphia, Ohio, Jake Albright, doing a little bit of MacGyvering to get into Jason D's Trailer Trails Victory Lane here at Salem Speedway. Back to the second place finisher, Nick Cooper. Nick, you had to go back to the rear of the field with about 9 laps to go there. Drove all the way back up to second. Who got you here today, and who all you got to thank?
First off, I want to thank my sponsors, Snyder, Chardine Mechanical, the Union 502, High Octane. Most importantly, I want to thank my father-in-law, Lynn Blanchard. Without him, this car wouldn't even be here. But yeah, that was a wild race to say the least. We fought a lot of bugs in this car, and I think we finally got it competitive to where we can come run with these big dogs, and it was a lot of fun racing with them. Had a little bit of an issue there, but we'll get that addressed, and we'll get back into the next race we can with them. Hopefully we can run another top 3 with these guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, your second place finisher, Nick Cooper, here at Salem Speedway. Now back to 3-time champion Chris Jennings. Wow, what a race and what a catbird seat you saw there. It's a little bit of survival to come home third. Who all got you here tonight, and who all you got to thank?
Yeah, D&J Sales, our family business, and Fireball are my sponsors. Yeah, that was crazy. At the beginning of the day, I said, if we can load this in the trailer, drive it into the trailer, I'll be happy. So to be able to get third out of it and load it, I'm really tickled. Hate that everybody got tore up, but this place is crazy. It eats cars.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming home third, Chris Jennings. Back up to you guys in the tower, Matt Prayer.